Hello children, I hope you all are fine back at home. You people are enjoying and seriously, regularly, timely doing your sheets and enjoying your online classes. You people have any kind of doubts children, you can always come back to the teachers. They are there to help you out. Today I'm going to begin with the topic tenses. You know what tenses means? Well, tenses definitely does not mean any kind of tension. So don't get worried. We'll do it in fun way and easy way for you to understand tenses very clearly. I'll be putting up three kinds of sentences on the board. Let's see. I'm sure you'll be able to distinguish between each one of them and tell me what kind of a tense that we'll be following with. Okay, the first one. Let's see the first one. I go to school every day. Okay, I go to school every day. Second one. I went to school yesterday. Okay, yet another sentence. I shall go to school tomorrow. Okay, three sentences. In the first one, let's see. I go to school every day. Verb here is go. Person is going to the school. The next sentence, I went to school. Now, the second one, the verb is went. Third one, I shall go to school. Now, in the first case, if you see the sentence, I go to school every day. This is an activity which is done every day. What does tense actually tell us? Tense tells us the exact time when an action has taken place, when it is being done. That is told us with the help of a tense. So tense is a verb form which helps us to know when an action or when an activity has been done. Okay, so as I said, first one, every day, go, and this is being done in the present form. So this is your present tense. This verb is of a present tense form. The next one, I went to school yesterday. Now this was an event which has already happened yesterday. I went to school yesterday. So this, since it has already happened, is a verb of the past form. Coming down to the third sentence, I shall go to school tomorrow. So this is something the person is saying. The child is saying that he'll be doing it the next day. He's not done it as yet. He is not doing it as yet. He will do it tomorrow. So here when it is telling us about the future, the next coming up time, this becomes your future tense. Okay. Now, basically, as we've already seen, these are three different kinds of tenses, the basic ones which we'll be following. Now, children, what happens at times is, you come across a number of other forms of the verb also, where something is happening, where something is already happened, it has already happened in the past, it is finished in the past. Then something which is in the current, which is happening, which has already happened, it's finished here. Something in the future which will be finished, some action, some verb which will be finished. So these are another type of verbs. These are another kinds of tenses verbs. Now, the tense form shows us the time. Suppose that some event, some activity, some action is continuing in the past. It is already happening, continuing. So that becomes a continuous form of the verb. Similarly, in present form, it is still happening. You are doing, you are listening. So present form, it becomes your continuous form. Similarly, in the future, something which you will be doing. Again, continuous form. So now I will be telling you, I'll be giving you a chart, briefing you with a chart where all 12 kinds of tenses will be shown to you there. Basic ones, present, past, future. I hope this part is very clear so far. Okay, since this part becomes clear, the rest will also be even more clear to you once I explain them one by one. But before explaining them to you one by one, I'll give you the entire chart of all the 12 names, of all the 12 tenses that we'll be doing and discussing. Okay, let's see. So here we have the entire 12 tenses in front of you. The first part, which is the basic ones which I just discussed with you: present, past, future. Something which is happening in present, which is currently happening, so that is your present tense. Something which is happening has happened in the past already, past tense, and something which will be happening in the near future is your future tense. For example, the first one, I play football, means it's a regular thing, he is doing it. I play football. Next one, he's already played. I played football. That's already finished. He's done it already. I played football. In future tense, I will play or I shall play becomes something which is happening in the future. So I shall play football. That's one kind of an example for that. Coming down to the next form is your present continuous. Something in present which is still continuing. It is still going on. So that becomes your present continuous. Past continuous, something which was happening in the past but which was continuing in the past. Future continuous, which will happen in the future but in a continuous form. It will be continuing. So that becomes your future continuous. Coming down to the next forms, the next lot is present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, something which has already happened, finished. For example, okay, I can give you examples for this. Let me give you a quick example for this. Since I had taken I play football, I'll take I am playing football. Am playing means I am present form, and playing ing continuous form. Past perfect, I was playing football. Again, if you see, was the past tense and playing ing. Coming down to the future continuous form, one example, I will be playing. Future means something will be happening in the future. I will be playing football. Present perfect example, I have played. Now this form, I'll be discussing each one of them. I'll be discussing and explaining it to you once again with examples. So it won't be difficult at all. It will be at a glance you'll be able to mention which kind of a verb this is, which form of the verb this is. Past perfect, something which has already happened in the past. I had played football, something which has happened already. And coming down to the next one, the future perfect. An example can be for that, I would have played. Now something happening in the future. I would have played football. Okay, the last form where we have present perfect continuous form. Now present perfect also, and it's in a continuous form also. For example, I have been playing football. Now playing ing form continuous, have been playing, now continuous in the present perfect form. Past perfect, I had been playing football. And coming down to the future perfect continuous tense, an example would be I would have been playing football. Okay children, now since these are plenty of them and all 12 of them to be discussed, let me pick them up in different slots. The first slot that I'll be picking up for explanation to you is your simple present, past, future. Well, I didn't mention this is simple present, this is simple past, and the last one is simple future. Okay, now the simplest form of present form we'll be doing this first slot of tenses, where we'll be discussing about simple present, simple past and simple future tense. Let's see quickly one by one. Now there are going to be no confusions at all. So far so clear. Different kinds of tenses. Tenses tells us about the the time when an action has taken place. So tenses can be done in the present form. I mean, some action can be done in the present form, something in the past form, or near future form. Okay.